in lane one, Drew Blazer, sophomore from Northwestern. Lane 2, Will Feinstock, freshman from Marymount. Lane 3, Zach Mertz, Carroll. Lane 4, Jake Pearson, senior from Indian Hill. Lane 5, Conley Mitchell, senior from Eaton. Lane 6, Zach Hewlett, sophomore from Bellbrook. Lane 7, Gabe Ferguson, senior from Cincinnati Christian. And rounding out the field in lane 8, Adam Johnson, the junior from Bellbrook. The district meet record in this boys' 500-yard freestyle is held by Brock Turner, set back in 2014 with a 4:25.59. And what it took to make the state meet last year was a 4:58.42. And out to an early lead. Looks like Jake Pearson in lane 4, for the senior from Indian Hill, with lane 7, Gabe Ferguson from Cincinnati Christian. Down there in lane 7, kind of bunched up there in the middle of the pool. Everybody keeping each other company in this nice 500-yard race.
20 lengths of the pool. Very important to get out to a good start, establish a good rhythm. These young men are going to be swimming for just over 5 minutes in this race. You see the counter on the back there indicating that was length number 7. They have 20 total to do. We have a good little battle here in the bottom portion of the pool between Gabe Ferguson and Zach Hewlett from Bellbrook. A lot of Bellbrook swimmers in this meet today. There we go, stroke for stroke. Hewlett at the top, Ferguson at the bottom, coming in here at length number 9. And Mike, when you see swimmers like this locked in, a lot of times you'll see them stay this way up until the 400 mark, and then the last 100, it's whoever's got the most left.
Well, you know, 20 laps is a long way. It's always good to have a friend, or you don't know them personally. Always good to have somebody out there to hang out with. It's 5 minutes.
Long race, a lot of things going through your head. Their last 50 split there was 14 100ths apart. They're flipping here at the same time. It is good to have somebody going along with you. Slight lead here. Zach Hewlett going to open up a few tenth lead. Nothing substantial.
You see Gabe Ferguson there in lane 7 trying to hug the lane rope, get a little bit of a draft from the sophomore from Bellbrook, Zach Hewlett.
That was the 300-yard mark. They're coming up at 325. About 75 yards from now, they're going to start kicking it into their final gear for the last 100 yards of this heat 1 of 4.
Looks like we have another pair battling it out for third place. They're in lane 4, Jake Pearson and Zach Mertz in lane 3.
Zach Hewlett picked up the pace there, dipped under 32 seconds for that split with a split of 31.73, 4/10 over Gabe Ferguson. He's done that the last couple of 50s, which would equate to an 8/10 lead, half body length.
Ferguson's still right there.
Coming into the 400-yard mark, our early leader, Zach Hewlett, is going to touch ahead of Gabe Ferguson. 7/10 ahead, heading into the final 100 yards.
Zach Ferguson picking up a couple tenths on that last 50. He dropped under the 32-second mark for that at a 31.09, where Zach split a 32.11. Looks like Zach, after taking that 50 cruise, comes into the bell lap.
Mary Kay Taylor ringing the bell, longtime official. 50 yards to go, body length lead Zach Hewlett down to 31.05. Gabe Ferguson just couldn't quite keep up the pace when Zach Hewlett turned it up 150 yards ago. And the orange there indicating last lap.
And in lane 4, looks like Jake Pearson's battling out still, trying to hold out for that third place spot in this heat. And underneath the flags
Very
in lane
strong
6,
last
our
100
heat
for
winner,
Hewlett,
Zach Hewlett, the
73.
sophomore from Bellbrook, touching in a time of 5:10.73.
17.5-second drop there for Zach Hewlett, the sophomore from Bellbrook, from fist pumps. Bellbrook is having a great meet thus far.